I'm at the Mamounia Hotel at the Sir Winston bar, very famous. Winston Churchill came here in the 20s to paint and fell in love with Marrakech and with the Mamounia Hotel. And I'm at the bar that has his name, drinking Johnny Walker Red, which was his favorite thing. And I couldn't pass the moment without making some comments and reflections and transmitting directly from the Sir Winston bar in Marrakech. By the way, spectacular vacation in Morocco, one of the best vacations I ever had. As you see, in the desert, in the Blue City, in Marrakech, in Fez, something really, really amazing here with my friend Hassan, the barber. So let's go quickly on some reflections for the weekend. We had the G20, kind of positive. They say that they're going to keep talking, that they resume conversations, they're not going to apply any tariffs. I think it was kind of what the market was expecting, no surprises, good or bad. So I don't think that's going to be a great reaction either way, other than, war avoided, and or at least we have more time. As the Secretary of Commerce, Wilbur Ross, pointed very well a few weeks ago, and we made a comment, listen, the agreement is 2,500 pages long. You won't be able to review it and agree on everything on the middle of the G20 meeting that on top of, Xi Jinping, it was Vladimir Putin, the Prime Minister of Japan, and the top 20 leaders of the world, so not the time to distract way too much in getting that thing done. So that's there. On the week, there was a stress test on the banks. They all passed okay, with the exception of Credit Suisse. So comments that banks from JP, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, they're going to be basically doing buybacks to the tune of $20-30 billion. Very interesting, very impressive. Although the poor banks are going nowhere. Financials and energy are the two trades that are not flying, and I don't know why. One of the reasons is there is no rate, and in many cases you're dealing with negative rates. So basically, not there even. The good news, they passed a very strict stress test, and they will be buying back some shares and increasing dividends. So at least you have a floor, but it's going to be very challenging to have performance in financials with the expectation of rates coming down and rates being so low. After 20 years of negotiation, the Mercosur got a deal with the European Union. Very important for Argentina and Brazil, very important for Argentina on the meat and steaks and agribusiness, and very important for Europe in the export of auto parts into Latin America. If you think about the Mercosur, is mainly a business about the auto companies of Argentina and Brazil making cars and exchanging parts. That's the main thing. But again, very positive, especially for the agribusiness of both countries to export to Europe. Obviously, the other winners are Paraguay and Uruguay, which are members of Mercosur. I think it's very positive because, they did a collective deal with another collective. So the European Union with the Mercosur, very positive on that side. Argentina did the first export of vaca muerta. This is something that we've been talking for a while. We like it. We're long. Remember, we like a name there like Pampa Energia. There's other names like TGS and YPF that we like, and did the first export of oil out of that. So again, moving in the right direction. Maybe a little too slow, but I think it's very clear. The President Macri has very clear that this is the key for Argentina. Develop those huge shale deposits that, according to many geologists, are the largest outside the United States and are as equally productive as the Permian Basin in Texas and the U.S., which is one of the most productive shale deposits in the world. So clearly, the positive step, positive in the right direction, has been a good rally on the market in Argentina, and particularly in that sector, which we happen to like. And speaking about the markets, we had the best June since 1955. The S&P was up 17% for a year, was up 7% for the month. Even the aggregate bond index was up 6% for the month, it's for the year, and the MB, the emerging markets bonds, are up 9% for the year. So all asset classes basically are up for the year. We've been saying that we like it, gives a little bit of vertigo, but we're recouping some of the losses from 2018 and having a good 2019. I think the key will be to have earnings for Q2, which will happen somewhere around July 10th, and the news of economic activity. Remember, Q1 we have 3.1, Now we're talking about 2.5, 2%. That would be good news. And also we have the Fed helping out. So positive on that side. Again, great month that it closed. We like it, stayed the course. And as I say, talking about the economy, first reading of the labor report will be on Friday. 165 number expected. Remember, last month was very weak, 75, big surprise. So it's going to be key that we have a good number for Friday. And speaking about that, coming short week, Wednesday the market will close at 1. Thursday, 4th of July weekend, the market is closed. But on Friday we will have markets and we will be reporting. That's all we have. I hope that you enjoy the views again from the Winston Churchill bar at Mamounia. Have a great weekend.